show up to my office today as my company's customer.
Anna.
I think the last time I ever saw you was 10 years ago, Lexi, back when we had finally graduated from high school. Yet I never knew that the next place I meet you at would be inside my office building.
I was also pretty surprised by that. I never thought I'd have to see your face ever again, but here we are. I suppose these accidents happen from time to time, huh? I just can't believe it had to involve my husband's company.
Huh? Your husband's company?
Well, actually, last year I got married to him, and it turns out that my partner was the CEO of this company. Today I got a message from him asking me to come over here to grab some papers he had forgotten on my way home. Richard ended up coming down with something today, so that's the reason why I was sent in to come grab them.
Wait. You have to be kidding. I did hear that you had gotten married, but I never thought it'd be the CEO of that company. Do you not realize that he runs one of this company's most important trading partners? The fact that you have married such a powerful man is just too much for me to comprehend.
Well then, it's nice to see you again. I'm Axton Brown's wife, Lexi.
Does this really mean that you guys are a power couple then?
Well, we might become that someday, but at the moment, I usually just stay home to tend to the house and chores, so me going to different companies for him is pretty rare. Honestly, I'm still recovering from seeing your face out of nowhere like that, so please don't feel like you're alone.
But you must already be a power couple by the way you looked coming in here. You are so much different from the little girl that cried so much after I stole her boyfriend back in high school. Hearing that you really have become so successful with Richard is something that I should only see in my nightmares.
Well, to you and me both. I've really grown a lot since high school, and for the better. Back when all of that happened, I thought it was the end of the world for me that I cried so dang much. But ever since then, I've slowly grown into a pretty successful adult, and I came to learn that in this world there are a ton of men to choose from. And losing a boy that cheated on me really wasn't the end of the world after all, but a godsend.
Oh, I'm sure it feels that way now for you. Man, things have really changed with you since then. On the day you found out I was with your ex, you cried for days and days, and every time you came to school, your eyes were bloodshot and your face was as red as a lobster. Now that you've got me remembering that face, I'm laughing so dang hard.
If you want to keep laughing, go right ahead. All of that to me is now just the past. And if you keep trying to bring that up as a way of teasing me, it won't bother me at all.
You're so boring. But it's not just the past anymore. It's going to happen again soon.
Huh?
What would you do if I didn't only steal your boyfriend, but also your husband? I bet at that point your world would actually end for you.
Excuse me?
All right, I think I found what I'm doing next. I'm going to start focusing on stealing your rich husband from your small little hands. If I'm able to get him from you and you start to cry like you did back in school, then you will look like such a pathetic woman. And then I'll get to watch as the world around you literally crumbles away.
You're kidding, right? Are you actually planning to go for Axton now?
I only ever thought that stealing a CEO from someone would be out of a drama, but I'm going to make it the real deal. And maybe then I'll feel satisfied with what I've accomplished. If you had a chance with him, then there's no way he'd say no to a hottie like me. I can't wait to become the next new power couple with him.
Thanks for going to pick up those documents for me today. Because of that, I was able to finish up my work for the day while at home.
I'm glad I was able to help you out today. And it has been a long time since I've gone to any of those large office buildings in a while, and they sure are still huge to me. I was a little nervous to enter today.
Well, the companies are still in the works of making the buildings even bigger, so... And on the subject of going over there today, I heard you ran into someone you knew? Was it one of your friends that you found there?
Ah, well, you could say that, but it was just some classmate from back in high school, and she's working in that office as one of your company's customers.
Hey, that's great to hear, isn't it? I'm sure you guys were able to talk for a while, right? Well, I'll book you guys a restaurant so that you both can catch up even more this evening. Going out and enjoying a late dinner with her would be perfect for you.
No, you don't need to do any of that. Actually, we don't need to talk that much, and really, I don't want to see her again.
Huh?
I think I've told you this story before. About how in high school I had my boyfriend stolen from me by one of my friends, and the girl I met today in the office building was her.
Huh? You can't be serious! And as I was beginning to think this was great for you, it turns out to be your worst nightmare!
Well, after we graduated from the school, we never saw one another for a very long time, so I had fully accepted that I'd never see her again, and yet boom, she was right in front of me today. I got so shocked from seeing her face that I froze up on accident. Well, she was also pretty shocked to learn that you were the CEO of the company she was trading with, but...
I'm sorry you had to go through that, Lexi. If it wasn't for me asking you to go into the office today, then you wouldn't have had to see her.
Don't worry, it's not your fault. I've already gotten over what happened in the past, and right now I have a wonderful husband to take care of me. But just as a warning, you should be careful if you're ever around her. Amber told me something today that really freaked me out. She said that she started to take an interest in you now.
What? What do you mean she's into me?
Well, I told you about how she stole my boyfriend, and I think she plans to do the same with my husband. I think she wants to kick me out and be the next one to marry a CEO.
What?
Or something like that. But by that point, I had given up on her and stopped replying. The fact that literally nothing has changed about her since high school just really makes me feel a little sad for her.
If anything, she's gotten worse, so there must be something wrong with her head. And this is an employee at a company I'm working with right now, huh? For her to try and go after the husband of one of her old friends like that is already stupid. But the fact that I'm the CEO of the company she's working close to just seems stupid. Is she not even worried about losing her job or anything like that?
Do you really think a person saying she wants to be the next CEO wife cares about what will happen to her job? I'm sure to her, thinking about the things that actually matter are just a waste of time.
You have a point. Well, for the time being, I'll be on the defense, I guess. Lexi, thank you for telling me about this. I'll make sure that weirdo doesn't try anything with me the next time I'm over at the offices.
I'm letting you know that I have your CEO husband in the bag. So with that, I'd really like you to step aside and let me sit in that seat next to my new boyfriend. And I'd like for you to get all the divorce paperwork filled out and handed in for us.
Huh?
I thought that going after him would take a bit more time, but it turns out he was so easy to catch. He immediately started to fall head over heels for me after I spoke to him. It's amazing that now that I'm in the arms of a CEO, my own worth has shot through the roof and we can be the new power couple.
What exactly are you texting me about right now? I have no idea what you mean by all this, but...
I'm talking about how I've succeeded in stealing your husband. I'm going to get married to this wealthy man and make us the newest power couple in town.
You're telling me that stealing another person's husband is good news? First of all, Axton would never go behind my back and do something like that with you. So stop acting all happy about succeeding when you haven't even done anything yet.
I can understand not wanting to believe me, but this is all very real right now. Your husband is now ensnared in my trap, and if you want proof, he's going to be taking me out for dinner tonight at a really fancy restaurant here downtown.
Huh? A dinner?
Well, I had tried many times to send him an email to talk, but I never got any replies. So then I went to his office building to try and find him. And that's when I found him riding on the elevator up to the top with me. So I took the chance and told him right then the feelings I had for him, and he immediately asked me out to dinner.
You told him your feelings in the office building?
He even told me after that he couldn't resist my body and that he had to have me. And so we went to his office, and there is where we picked out the restaurant we were eating at tonight. So in other words, my plan worked out perfectly, and yet again, I have won.
Huh?
So I'm so sorry for you, Lexi. But tonight, him and I are going to be alone together, and I bet things are going to get hot, hot, hot. So could you hang out at home tonight and eat something cold and depressing for me?
I'm pretty worried that you are trying to steal my husband and everything, but I don't think you'll be having dinner with him tonight. And there's no reason for him to say that he loves you back after you confess to him, right? So stop saying you've succeeded in getting him when you haven't yet. If you think being invited to dinner by him means he's in love with you, then you need to get your brain in order.
Turns out you just don't understand what's going on yet. Your husband has invited another girl to dinner, right? If anything, the only reason for that is because he has fallen in love with her and wants to make things official.
What?
You really think that all of this has nothing to do with him wanting me? I'm telling you that he even said he wants me so badly. I get that you told him to look out for me or something, but I think he never cared about your word from the beginning and only wants to take me out. In other words, your husband is mine now. And not even just that, but he's in love with me, and there's nothing you can do to stop us. He no longer needs you, and you'll soon learn that. I bet he's even thinking of marrying me already. I've already taken your boyfriend, and now you're going to lose your husband to me. I can't wait to hear about all the crying you do again, just like the old days.
But my husband is right next to me laughing his butt off right now.
Huh?
He's almost vomiting from the amount of laughter. He even told me he has to leave the room because he can't stop laughing. I think I'll have to make him something easy on the stomach for dinner now.
Now hold on a second, Lexi. You're telling me that right now Axton is with you?
That's right. And actually, he took the day off from work today so that he could get some personal tasks done. So for lunch, we got pizza and have been just relaxing around the house.
What? Why is he with you now, having food dinner tonight? He told me just today that we'd go out tonight and enjoy the sunset together while eating dinner. And there's only a little longer before we meet up and go eat. There's no way he'd still be with you right now.
I can't believe you thought you'd be going out with me for dinner. I never told you today that I'd be taking you out for dinner tonight.
Huh? Wait, is this Axton?
You tried to corner me in the elevator this morning, telling me all this crap about liking me while I came in to grab my jacket. And then to get you to shut up, I said yes, and then you still followed me to my office asking me to go to dinner tonight. All I said was maybe, and you're taking that as a yes?
What do you mean? Aren't you interested in me and that's why you want to go to dinner with me?
I just wanted you to get away from me, so that's why I suggested a place after saying maybe, but I needed you away from me so that I could get out of the building and join in on a video meeting back at my house.
What?
And to be honest, I don't even remember what restaurant I recommended at the time, so...
You can't be serious. I've been waiting here for over an hour now thinking you were coming.
Well, then hang tight for a little longer, okay? I actually do remember making sure that my buddy would go meet you there for dinner. I believe he's your boss or something. I do also remember saying you'd be able to see the sunset from there, but I never made any reservations today either. I just thought that being able to see the sunset while you're having a conversation with your boss would be the best thing for you.
Wait, so you really sent my boss over here to see me? Wait! What the hell have you done? I could have sworn you were into me and had invited me out to dinner. Are you really planning to run away from me like this?
I still don't see who you thought was falling head over heels for you. And all of those emails you kept sending to me, I forwarded to your boss so that he could figure things out. And everything you said to me in the elevator, I recorded for him. So everything you said to me is now in the hands of the man who controls your fate.
Why, though?
Well, I was originally just going to ignore all those emails, but they just kept on coming, so I had no choice. And then when you came into the elevator with me, that drew the line really quickly. I knew you were pretty bad news from Lexi, but I never thought I'd have to get the help of your boss to deal with you.
So that's why my boss is coming here? I thought our love was supposed to remain private. Nothing about the feelings we have for each other should be related to work.
Do you not understand anything I'm telling you? And do you know who I am? I'm the CEO of one of your most important customers. You have no right telling the CEO of your customer that your love for me isn't related to your job.
But I'm...
So getting your boss involved was the best choice I had, and having him read all of those emails from you only bolstered the evidence he needed. Everything you've been doing has really been hurting the ties I have to your company, so this is what had to be done. And the only way to make sure you were punished for this was to have you think you were meeting me today, but instead have you meet with your boss. So, before this conversation gets too long, just know that you will have to have a word with him now.
But doing all of this is hurtful to me. Please, Axton, I know you have feelings for me.
I do not, Anna.
What? But I'm way better looking than Lexi, and so you have to want me more, right? So please come help me. I think I'd be the perfect wife for you, Axton.
I think you need to calm down, and I know about your history already with Lexi, so this all seems well deserved.
Huh? You do?
I also know the man you threw away before you went after Lexi's boyfriend.
Who?
I'm laughing so dang hard right now, Anna. You really like to play clueless, don't you? That man you threw away back then, that was me!
What? You were?
I know that I went to a different high school than you guys, but I remember how you stopped talking to me one day and then never came back. The last words you said to me were that you found someone else and then you were gone. And the next thing I know, you're with another man. I really felt the sharp pain you gave to me.
You have to be lying. Hold up. Are you really the Axton from McGee High School?
Man, was I surprised by all of this. I never knew that you were going to the same high school as Lexi back then. But I really do have something to ask. Was that new man you started dating after throwing me away actually Lexi's boyfriend? The fact that you went and left me for your friend's boyfriend. What a freaking dog you are.
No way this is happening. How could all of this line up so terribly for me? And listen, back then I never knew you'd become a CEO. You never had that kind of drive in you, so I didn't want to stay with you then.
Well, back then when you ghosted me, I had been so scared by you that I couldn't even focus on school anymore and never went to college. But soon I got over it and went back to school on a second wind and was able to graduate. And after that, I was able to start my own company. And since then, things have been going so well for me.
Really?
Actually, I'm thankful for what you did to me. Because of you, I was able to free myself from your toxic attitude and focus on what I really needed to. And now, I have myself the most amazing wife. But with what you've been doing now, I think my feelings of gratitude toward you are starting to go away. So from here on, do you mind never showing your face in front of me again?
But wait! But I really never meant for any of this to happen between us, so let's please go out to dinner and we can fix things. It's been so long now since high school, and I promise that I've changed.
You sure haven't. All right, you have fun in that meeting with your boss while enjoying the sunset. I'm about to sit down with Lexi now for a nice, relaxing dinner.
How did things turn out this way? How the hell was I supposed to know that your husband was my ex-boyfriend from high school?
I was there as well, reading everything between you guys, and it left me laughing pretty badly.
Oh, crap. If I had never left my ex for your boyfriend back in high school, then right now I'd be married to a CEO.
I think instead of regretting your terrible past, you should start worrying about what's to come. After your chat with Richard, didn't you have to see your boss? I'm sure that you guys had a quick talk, and in the end, he told you were fired, right?
What? At that point, things weren't that simple yet.
Oh?
Crap! That stupid boss of mine! I thought that he would just end up firing me right there on the side of the street, but instead, a bunch more things happened. He said that if I love a man like Axton that much, then why couldn't I just like my boss and all of his money? And so then he forced me to go on a date with him.
Oh?
And so to not upset him anymore, I just went along with what he had planned. And I hoped that if I went and played with him, he wouldn't fire me afterwards. But instead of us going to dinner at that really nice restaurant, we went to some lame dive bar that was filled with smoke. And all we did was sit there eating cheap food while watching a baseball game. But while that was happening, my boss's wife found out that he was on a date with me.
No way! I bet that now that she knows, you are in for a lot more drama, huh?
Well, at this point, I'd rather just die already. But instead, I have to watch as the drama unfolds, and I'll most likely be losing my job. This morning while I was at work, I got a phone call on my work phone from my boss's wife, and she told me that not only would I be getting fired, but her husband as well.
Ah, so you really did get fired.
What the hell? All I wanted to do was be with Axton, and now I'm being fired for going on a date with my boss for one night. And what's the worst is that the wife wants me to pay her a settlement. All her husband and I did was go on a simple date that I didn't even want to be on in the first place. But now I'm getting fired and have to pay her money. None of this should be happening to me.
Well, now hold on, Anna. I know it was just dinner, but you still had an affair with him.
I know, but...
And even still, you were planning to take my husband to that restaurant in the first place, so either way, you would have been in an affair.
Huh?
And so, no matter who you went out with tonight, you'd most likely be fired and have to pay a settlement after. I'm surprised by all of this because yesterday you seemed so happy to be stealing my husband.
But I...
You have to understand that you have really screwed yourself here, so I'd make sure you pay his wife whatever she asks for because you are already in a pretty deep hole.
But I'm telling you, all we did last night was eat dinner, and I'm already being fired, so why do I owe anything to her? Can't she just be happy that the two of us are getting fired for this?
I wonder why your boss would be fired for this. All he did was make sure that you were dealt with after trying to ruin customer relations. Are you sure that he's being fired as well? I think it's just you, Anna.
Shut up!
Well, none of this matters to me either way, so I'm gonna get going. Good luck getting through all this. I'm just glad to see you are finally getting to eat what you've been serving. And just as I was told, both Anna and her boss were fired from their positions. Honestly, I never thought her boss would actually face consequences for his actions. But in the end, he did, I guess. Despite his questionable behavior, he didn't expect things to go that far. Instead of firing Anna outright, he actually took her out to dinner and tried to play it off as some kind of harmless outing. But as it turns out, this wasn't the first time he had done something like this. Apparently, he had a habit of taking out employees from the company on personal dinners. So, when the whole mess blew up, I started to understand his side of things a bit better, though it didn't excuse anything. The real kicker came from his wife, who had been following him for some time, gathering all the dirt on him and his mistresses. She used everything she found to make her claims against Anna, the boss, and everyone else involved. It wasn't just about the affair anymore. She was out for revenge, and she knew exactly how to get it. I also heard that the wife demanded Anna pay her back over $20,000 as part of a settlement, but instead of facing the music, Anna ran home to her parents, crying and hiding from it all. Now that Anna's back in her hometown, I get to hear all the gossip from friends still living there. Apparently, she's been going around talking to people about how unfair all of this is to her, but no one's buying it. Everyone knows what she did to me, and they all tell her she's just getting what she deserves. She has nobody left to back her up. And she'll probably end up borrowing money from her parents to settle things with the wife. I later found out from Axton that he had been trying for a while to get Anna's boss fired. He'd noticed how the guy would try to get personal with the secretary during office meetings, and Axton knew it had to stop. So, in a way, he was kind of grateful that Anna helped expose this mess and get that boss out of the business world for good. It's funny how everything came full circle. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story. Layla, it's Amanda. Do you have a quick moment?
Oh, hi, Amanda. Yeah, I guess. Make it snappy. I'm in the middle of something.
I'm calling about the dinner tonight with Tyler and our parents. The restaurant informed me that someone called and canceled our reservation under my name. Were you aware of that?
Oh, were you planning on having dinner? How tragic for you. I wouldn't know anything about that. Maybe if you weren't so busy trying to be the perfect little princess, you'd have noticed your plans going up in smoke.
The person who called the restaurant specifically used my name to cancel the reservation. So, Layla, let's not play coy. Was that you?
My, Amanda, jumping to conclusions already. Just because some random person used your oh-so-important name doesn't automatically point to little old me. Maybe you have a secret admirer with a vendetta against your impeccable taste.
They also knew the name of the restaurant, the exact time of our reservation, and that there would be 6 people attending. Tyler, myself, and both our parents. That's not exactly public information, Layla.
Oh, boo-hoo. So someone did a little digging. Big deal. Maybe Tyler talks about his oh-so-exciting dinner plans in his sleep. Or maybe your mom's got a big mouth. It's hardly a smoking gun. But you know what is a big deal? My brother being happy. And if you think I'm just going to sit here and let some random girl waltz in and try to take him away from his family, especially before I've even had a chance to properly size you up at this precious little dinner, you've got another thing coming. Tyler always listens to me. Always.
Are you threatening me, Layla? Because it sounds very much like you're threatening me. Layla, be reasonable. Who else would possibly benefit from canceling the first dinner between Tyler, myself, and both our parents? Think about it logically. Who has voiced the strongest objections to our relationship from the very beginning?
Oh, so now you're playing detective. How very dramatic. Maybe I just saved everyone from a truly agonizing evening. You know, sparing our poor parents from having to endure your company. You should be thanking me.
Layla, you've constantly taken this nasty attitude with me ever since me and Tyler started dating, and now you're actually trying to ruin the first time our parents are supposed to meet? If this is how you act with me and our parents, it makes me wonder if you even care about Tyler being happy.
Oh, now you're questioning my maturity. Coming from the woman who's so desperate to marry my brother, she's practically dragging him down the aisle? Please. I'm the only one around here acting like a rational adult, trying to protect Tyler from a gold-digging social climber.
The restaurant records all incoming calls, Layla, so any attempt to deny making that cancellation call is going to be easily disproved.
Oh, big deal. So they record calls. Lots of places do. That doesn't automatically mean I was the one who called. Maybe it was a really good impressionist. You know, someone who just loves impersonating desperate fiancés.
I've already listened to the recording, Layla. There was no mistaking your voice.
You're lying! You're just saying that to try and scare me! You probably can't even tell voices apart. Everyone sounds the same over the phone.
If you'd like to continue denying it, Layla, I'm more than willing to take this a step further. We can have a professional audio analysis done to definitely prove the voice on that recording belongs to you.
A voice analysis? Seriously? You'd actually go through all that trouble just to try and pin this on me? You must have way too much time on your hands. Or maybe you're just that insecure. Besides, I didn't hear any recording announcement. You're making things up now.
They always announce it at the start of calls. It's not likely they just forgot to do it when someone was trying to cancel a big reservation using someone else's name. They contacted me directly, Layla, because the cancellation call came from a phone number that neither Tyler nor I have ever used. The staff found that suspicious, especially given the importance of the dinner with our parents.
Oh, so now you're best buddies with the restaurant staff, getting all the juicy details? Maybe they just got the number wrong. Happens all the time. You're just looking for someone to blame. Anyway, I wouldn't go to that stupid dinner even if you begged me. I have way better things to do than sit there and watch you try to weasel your way into our family.
Your presence wasn't a requirement, Layla. This dinner was about Tyler and me taking a significant step in our relationship by introducing our parents. Your blatant disrespect for this occasion, however, speaks volumes.
Screw you and screw this occasion! I don't approve of this farce, and frankly, Amanda, I am and always will be Tyler's number one. You're just a temporary distraction.
But canceling dinner and skipping the meeting isn't going to change anything. It's just going to upset Tyler, and I don't think that's what you really want.
Don't you dare talk about my brother like you know him! You've only weaseled your way into his life recently. You're manipulating him, can't you see that? This whole rush to marriage is your doing!
The wedding is happening, Layla. Our parents are excited about it. Honestly, I'm not going to keep putting up with you trying to make things difficult. If you keep this up, I am going to talk to Tyler about it.
Oh, you'll tell Tyler, will you? Well, let me tell you something, Amanda. I'll tell him what a terrible manipulative woman you really are. He'll see through your act eventually.
Tyler knows me, Layla.
He may think he does now, but he'll always come back to me. I'm his number one, and I'm going to tell him exactly how mean you're being to me. Just you wait and see.
Trust me, you'll only be wasting your time. I hope that you can come around and accept our relationship before it's too late for you. Tyler, hey, I know you're at work, but something came up and I really need to talk to you for a minute. It's about the dinner with our parents.
Hey, babe, is everything okay? Did they mess up the menu or something?
Not the menu, no. The restaurant actually called me directly. They said someone phoned in and tried to cancel our reservation using my name, but the number didn't match anything on file, so they flagged it and reached out to confirm before doing anything.
Wait, someone tried to cancel our reservation? The dinner with both our parents? Who would even try something like that? Oh no, don't tell me. Was it Layla?
It was her. I listened to the recording, Tyler. She actually pretended to be me. She gave them all the right details, our names, the number of guests, even the exact time. The only reason they didn't go through with it because the call came from a number they didn't recognize and they thought it seemed fishy.
Unbelievable. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised, but seriously, she went that far? That reservation was nearly impossible to get. I booked it weeks ago, Amanda. If they had canceled it, there's no way we would have found another place in time.
I know, and I'm relieved they caught it in time, but Tyler, this isn't just some petty prank. She was trying to sabotage the very first dinner between our families. That's serious. If she's willing to go this far now, what's she going to do when the actual wedding rolls around?
You're right, and this isn't the first time she's pulled something like this. It's just... I keep thinking maybe she'll grow out of it or back off eventually, but she doesn't. Every time things get serious with someone I care about, she finds a way to interfere.
I remember what you told me about high school. How she used to scare girls off or spread rumors when she thought they were getting too close to you, and how even when you tried to talk to her, she'd twist everything around like you were the one being unreasonable.
Yeah, she used to say things like, I could see it in your eyes, Tyler, you're not really mad at me. Like she could just rewrite my feelings whenever it suited her. It's exhausting. It's always been like that. Every time I think maybe she's finally done pulling this kind of stunt, she just levels up.
And she really thought she could just get away with it, like I wouldn't notice, like the restaurant wouldn't notice. Honestly, I wouldn't put it past her to try something even worse when we're closer to the wedding. I don't think this was some one-time outburst. She's testing boundaries.
No kidding. She once canceled a reservation I made for our anniversary dinner, Amanda. That was last year. I booked it 3 months in advance because I was gonna propose that night. I'd kept it quiet, told almost no one, and somehow she still found out. Canceled it behind my back.
Wait, are you serious? You never told me that. She actually ruined your proposal plans? Tyler, that's insane. That's not just overprotective sister behavior. That's obsessive.
I know. I didn't want to upset you at the time, so I kept it to myself. I figured I'd just find another moment, another place. But yeah, she called the restaurant, pretended to be me, and canceled the whole thing. Said I had a change of heart.
That's actually disturbing. And now she's pulling the same stunt again. Only this time with both of our families involved. Tyler, she's escalating. I'm really starting to worry she's going to try and direct the wedding itself.
I've been thinking the same thing. This dinner was just the warm-up. The wedding's bigger. More people, more moving parts, way more money on the line. If she messes with that, it won't just be embarrassing. It'll be a disaster.
Maybe we should talk to the wedding planner. Just give her a heads up. Let her know there's someone in the family who might try to cause problems. That way, if anything weird happens, she won't be caught off guard.
Yeah, that's smart. We can make sure she has a list of who's supposed to be involved in what and who absolutely isn't. I don't want Layla pulling any tricks with the florist or the seating chart or pretending she's suddenly giving a toast.
Exactly. And Tyler, I know this is hard to say, but I've been thinking maybe we shouldn't invite her to the wedding at all. I mean, she's your sister, and I hate even suggesting it, but at this point, I honestly don't know what else to do.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. I've been trying to give her the benefit of the doubt for way too long, and look where that's gotten us. This is our day. If she can't respect that, then she doesn't deserve to be there.
Thank you for saying that. I wasn't sure how you'd react. I know it's not easy cutting someone out of something this big, especially family, but I really appreciate you backing me up.
Of course I'm backing you up. You're my fiancé. You're going to be my wife. I love you, Amanda, and I'm not going to let anyone, not even my sister, ruin that for us. We'll keep the venue a secret. No slip-ups this time.
Okay, I'll let the planner know what's going on and ask her to keep everything locked down. No info to anyone unless it comes directly from us. And if Layla pulls anything else, you'll be the first to know.
Please do, and if she so much as sends you a shady text, I want to hear about it. No more sweeping things under the rug. We're in this together, Amanda, all the way through.
Wow, just wow! So that's it? I wake up one day and find out my own brother's wedding is happening without me? No invite, no date, not even a made-up excuse like venue's too small. You didn't even try. Did you think I'd be too busy doing my nails to notice? Or were you hoping I'd just roll over and play invisible?
It's not a game, Layla, and this wasn't a whim. Tyler and I talked about it, and we both agreed. Given everything that's happened, we felt it was the only way to make sure the day went smoothly.
Oh, please, spare me the "we made a decision" act. This has you written all over it. Tyler would never ice me out unless someone was pouring poison in his ear every second. You've been dying to cut me out since day one.
You really think Tyler needs me to twist his arm to set boundaries with you? Layla, he made his feelings crystal clear. You just didn't like what he had to say, so you decided to pretend it wasn't real.
Tyler loves me, Amanda. He always has. And no amount of bridal brainwashing is going to change that. You don't get our bond. You couldn't if you tried. I can see it in his eyes. He's not okay with this, no matter what you've convinced him to say.
There it is, that fantasy you keep clinging to. Layla, he's not confused. He's exhausted, and frankly, so am I. This obsession with fixing things that were never broken in the first place, that's exactly why you weren't invited.
You walk around like you own him, like this whole wedding is some grand prize you earned. But newsflash, Amanda, Tyler's not your trophy. He's my brother. And I'm not just going to sit back while you brainwash him into some Stepford husband. I'm going to open his eyes, and when I do, we'll see how long you last.
You really don't hear yourself, do you? You're not talking like a sister. You're talking like someone who's lost touch with reality. Tyler isn't something to own, Layla. He's a grown man, and he's made his choice. You just can't stand not being the center of it all anymore.
Ugh, there it is, the smug shrink voice, like you know everything. You barged into our lives with your perfect hair and your fake sweet smile, and now suddenly I'm the villain? You're the manipulator, Amanda, not me. You. And trust me, you don't deserve him.
If thinking I don't deserve him helps you sleep at night, go ahead. But don't pretend this is about love or family. It's about control, and you lost it the moment Tyler stopped letting you run his life like a puppet show.
You better enjoy your little fairy tale while it lasts, because I'm not done. Not even close. You think I ruined your dinner plans? Just wait. This is nothing compared to what's coming. So, is the regret starting to set in yet? You really thought you could cut me out completely and everything would go off without a hitch? That's honestly adorable. I've been waiting for this day longer than you've even been in Tyler's life.
Layla, what are you talking about? Why are you texting me like this?
Oh my god, do you seriously think you're the first person who ever tried to outsmart me? I've had today marked in my calendar for weeks. The second Tyler started acting all mysterious and you went quiet on socials, I knew you two were trying to hide something. And I was right. You really thought you could sneak a whole wedding past me? Please. I've been sniffing out Tyler's little Klingons since middle school. You're just another blip, Amanda. And blips get handled.
Wait, you knew it was today? How could you possibly know? We didn't tell anyone. Layla, what did you do?
What did I do? Oh, just a little something to make sure this ridiculous mistake never makes it to the aisle. You wanted me out of the picture. Fine, but you don't get to cut me out and still play dress up like everything's perfect. I took care of it, Amanda. I handled it. Tyler is going to see everything clearly now. I did what needed to be done to protect him.
Layla, I'm serious. What exactly did you do?
You really want to know? Fine. I burned it. That ridiculous dress you were so obsessed with, gone. I slipped into the bridal prep room at the venue, found it hanging there like some precious little trophy, and lit the whole thing up. You should have seen it. Lace, tulle, rhinestones, poof! It went up faster than I expected, honestly. But hey, no dress, no bride, no wedding. You can thank me later.
You burned the dress?
That's right. I burned the dress. You can act shocked all you want, but deep down, you had to know I wasn't going to just sit back and watch this farce happen. You tried to erase me from my own brother's life like I wouldn't fight back. Well, I did. And guess what? My brother rescue mission was a success. There's no wedding without a dress, sweetheart.
Wait, what are you talking about? My dress is fine. I'm looking at it right now. What dress did you burn?
Don't try to backpedal now. I was there, Amanda. I saw the dress hanging in the bridal room. It was big, white, sparkly, totally the kind of ridiculous thing you would pick. You're not fooling anyone. I know exactly what I burned.
Layla, where exactly are you right now?
I'm at Silverwood Chapel, obviously. Where else would you be getting married? Half your Pinterest board is from that place. I figured you'd want to pretend you're classy for a day, so I went straight there. And clearly I was right.
Wait, Silverwood Chapel? No, Layla, we're not there. We're at Silverwood Terrace. That's a completely different venue.
What do you mean a different venue? I was told Silverwood. That's what Tyler's friend said. I even double-checked. He said it like 3 times. You're just trying to mess with me because you know I got there first.
Ah, I guess that means our plan succeeded after all.
What? What plan? What are you talking about?
We knew someone close to Tyler was leaking details, so we gave him fake information on purpose. We wanted to see if it would make its way back to you, and it did. You took the bait. The real ceremony is at a private venue this afternoon, and no one outside of our immediate families had the real details.
That's insane! You actually set a trap for me? Who even does that? You're seriously that paranoid? You think I'm the villain because I wanted to be part of my brother's life? Unbelievable!
This has nothing to do with paranoia. We didn't want to humiliate you. We wanted to avoid exactly what's happening right now, but instead of taking the hint, you showed up to the wrong venue and destroyed someone else's wedding dress. Layla, do you understand what you've done?
Oh my god, calm down! It was a dress! A stupid dress! It's not like I hurt anybody! And for all you know, they'll just buy another one. People cancel weddings all the time. You're acting like I committed some horrible crime or something.
You destroyed private property at a venue you had no permission to enter. The staff already reviewed the security footage. The bride is pressing charges, Layla. This is serious. You need to call the venue and apologize immediately.
Oh, please. Tyler's not going to let them do anything to me. He'll talk to the venue, he'll explain the situation, and it'll all blow over. He always forgives me. You seriously think he's going to cut me off because of a stupid dress?
He already has, Layla. He was the one who asked to keep the venue secret. He said if you pulled something like this, he'd be done for good, and he meant it. You can either keep digging deeper, or you can do the one decent thing left and apologize to the woman whose day you ruined.
No, that is a lie! Tyler would never say that. You're just making it up to mess with me. He might be mad, fine, but he would never cut me out without even talking to me first. He's not like that.
I'm not making anything up. He was the one who said we had to lock everything down. Guest list, location, timing, all of it. He told the planner himself that he didn't want you anywhere near the wedding.
That is not possible. He probably just wanted a quiet ceremony. That doesn't mean a total ban. You twisted it. You twisted everything.
He meant it, Layla. Every single word. He said he didn't trust what you might do, especially after you canceled the dinner. He told me if you tried to ruin this day, he was done for good. And now look where we are.
No! You put that in his head. I know you did. You poisoned him against me. He's my brother. He's not supposed to turn his back on me just because you decided I don't fit into your perfect little life.
Tyler made his own decision. He's put up with a lot over the years, but this time, he finally drew the line. And you didn't just cross it. You ran past it with a match in your hand.
You don't get it. You'll never get it. He and I have always been close. We've been through everything together. Just because you stuck a ring on your finger doesn't mean you get to erase me.
No one's erasing you, Layla, but you set fire to a stranger's wedding dress. You showed up to a place you weren't invited to, pretending to be someone you're not. And now you're standing here screaming about being left out like that's the injustice. He's done, and I think deep down, you know it too.
This is insane. No one will answer my calls or texts anymore. Not my mom, not my dad, not even Travis. What's going on? Why is everyone acting like I don't exist?
No one's answering because they've cut ties, Layla. You should know why.
Cut ties? What are you even talking about? Why? I said I was sorry. I didn't mean for it to go this far. I didn't know the dress wasn't yours. And I didn't know the venue wasn't the right one. How was I supposed to know? I already sent an apology letter. What else do they want from me?
I imagine the poor bride whose dress you burned wants a thing or two from you.
Yeah, you can say that again. They're suing me. Can you believe that? I got this ridiculous letter with legal junk all over it like I'm some kind of criminal. You want to know how much they're suing me for? $200,000! Are you kidding me? That is absurd! That's like over $100,000! For what? A dress and some flowers? Do they think I'm a millionaire? Who even spends that much on a wedding in the first place? This is completely insane!
It sounds appropriate, given the damage you caused.
For a stupid dress? Come on! It is not my fault they decided to blow their entire budget on some fancy lace and pearls from Italy or whatever. If they want to blame someone, they should blame whoever let me into that building in the first place.
The dress was custom-made with hand-sewn beadwork and flown in from Milan. They had to rush to get a replacement dress that wasn't even close to the one she had ordered. You made the bride cry in the makeup chair minutes before she was supposed to walk down the aisle.
I wasn't trying to ruin anything. You don't get it. Tyler told me he didn't want to go through with the wedding. He said he was having second thoughts. I was trying to help him. I thought I was doing the right thing.
Yeah, let me stop you right there. He said no such thing. He told you, in writing, to stop interfering and to leave us alone. You ignored him, just like you always do.
You're twisting it. I know what Tyler really meant. He always tells me the truth when no one else is around. He says things just to keep you happy, but I know how he really feels. He doesn't want this. He never did.
No, Layla. That is the version of him you made up. The one where you are the center of everything and he always chooses you. But that version of Tyler is not real.
You think you know him? You don't know anything. If you really cared about him, you'd see how miserable he is with all of this. He doesn't even look like himself anymore. I was trying to save him from making a huge mistake, and you twisted it around like I'm some kind of villain.
If you really loved your brother, you wouldn't be working so hard to ruin what actually makes him happy. You would have let him choose for himself instead of trying to burn everything down just because you weren't in control.
So that's it? You're all just done with me? Even you? We're technically sisters now. Aren't you even going to try to help me? You could talk to the bride, or to the venue. Something! I'm begging you!
We are not sisters, Layla. Not in any way that matters now. And no, we are not going to help you.
So what? You're just going to leave me to deal with all of this? All by myself? You're all seriously okay with turning your backs on me completely? After everything?
Yes, because this was your choice. You lit the match, now you have to handle the fallout.
At least tell Tyler to call me. Please, just one call? That's all I'm asking.
Actually, I do have one final message for you from Tyler. He said he will not be taking your calls anymore. He will not respond to texts or emails. And he will not listen to me if I try to pass on your words. He said it is time you face consequences, take responsibility, and try becoming a decent adult. After the whole mess surrounding the wedding, Layla was completely cut off by her family. No one answered her calls, no one took her side, and more importantly, no one gave her a single cent. A police report was filed in addition to the compensation claim, and she was arrested for a lot of things. After her release, she relocated to a small town where no one knows her, where she now works long hours at a warehouse. It's going to take a long time for her to work off her $200,000 debt making minimum wage. Meanwhile, our wedding went off without a hitch. The ceremony was beautiful, the guests were kind, and the reception was filled with laughter. Tyler and I still think about everything that happened, but mostly we are grateful for the quiet. There are no more surprise phone calls, no last-minute cancellations, no angry outbursts or sabotage attempts, just peace. We never sent Layla a wedding photo. She has never seen the dress I actually wore, and we don't plan on changing that.
Hey, Marley, so what day are we heading back for New Year's this year? Looks like my company's year-end wrap-up is going to be the 27th. Probably going to be drinking with the guys afterwards, so we could just head to my parents' place on the 28th, huh? Since we'll already spend Christmas with your family this year.
Wait, your parents' place? What the hell are you talking about? We're supposed to spend New Year's at my parents' this year as well, remember?
Huh?
Don't tell me you seriously forgot. We made a deal, Johnny. You promised. This year we're spending the holidays with my family, both Christmas and New Year's. Every single year since we got married, it's been your side of the family. You swore that this year would finally be different.
Did I? I don't recall making that promise at all, so I'm calling that whole conversation null and void. We're doing the same as always. New Year's at my folks. End of story.
Are you kidding me right now?
My parents are looking forward to it too. They already ordered the New Year's food and everything. No way I can just cancel on them now.
That's not fair. My parents have been waiting for this for a whole year. You don't get to just brush them off. Call your parents right now and tell them we're not coming this year.
Yeah, no, that's your problem, not mine. You go tell your folks we're not visiting. End of discussion. New Year's is happening at my family home as always. I'm the husband. I make the call. So you better start acting like a good wife and fall in line.
You lying piece of... We agreed on this a year ago. You swore it, Johnny.
Shut your damn mouth already! What the hell's with that tone, huh? Calling your own husband a liar now? That's some nerve for a wife. Enough! Start making the arrangements like you always do! Book the flights, get the fancy gifts for my parents, don't screw it up!
Hey now, Marley, how dare you make your precious husband suffer like this? Honestly, you're a disgrace of a wife, you know that? I heard from Johnny you've been talking for 3 whole days, refusing to talk to him. Throwing a tantrum just because you're upset about going back to our family home for New Year's? Pathetic. I am not sulking. I'm protesting. We had an agreement. This year we would spend the holidays at my parents' house. Johnny broke that promise and hasn't even apologized. And now I'm supposed to just shut up and smile while you both act like nothing happened? Oh, for heaven's sake, Molly, stop whining over such trivial things. A wife's place is to follow her husband's wishes without question. It's only natural that we spend New Year's at our side of the family, you silly girl. Who do you think you are to throw a fit over something as simple as this? What? Honestly, I never thought you were this childish. But, well, I'm a very understanding mother-in-law, you see. I suppose I can understand why you might feel a little left out. It must be exhausting, all the politeness and manners involved at our house. Maybe you just wanted to escape all that and hide away at your parents for once, Amanda. So here's a brilliant idea. Why don't we all go on a little family trip for New Year's instead? All of us? Yes, all of us. It's a win-win, isn't it? We can cancel the New Year's feast in time, and instead, as a special treat to our dear selfish daughter-in-law, we'll turn it into a family getaway. Aren't I just the most kind-hearted mother-in-law ever? Amanda, when you say family trip, you mean you and your husband are joining too, right? It's not just me and Johnny? Of course! We'll go together, the 4 of us. A nice cozy stay at a lovely hot springs inn. Wouldn't that be delightful? So, in the end, I'm still stuck with you two. Exactly. And since this whole idea is because of your little tantrum, you'll be handling all the arrangements, Molly. Everything. Booking the inn, planning the meals, making sure it's an unforgettable family experience. Huh? I have to do it all by myself? Naturally. And let's see. Since it's a special occasion, we deserve only the best. Make sure it's an ultra-luxurious hot springs inn, got it? And the room must have a private bath. I absolutely refuse to use the public ones. And who's paying for all of this? Why, you are, of course, darling. It's your fault we're having this family trip after all. Isn't that only fair? That's insane! Oh, and don't forget to select a place with exquisite seafood. But make sure they don't serve crab. Your father-in-law is allergic. You'd better make the proper arrangements. Wouldn't want him to die on New Year's, would we? If that's the case, why don't we just book a big chain resort? They have buffets where everyone can pick what they like, and they offer private baths if you reserve them in advance. Excuse me? Are you suggesting we spend New Year's Eve in some tacky budget hotel? Absolutely not. If that's your best suggestion, I'll just cancel everything and we'll spend New Year's at our house like always. What? You heard me, so get moving and make sure you book a proper, extravagant family trip. And listen carefully. If it ends up being boring or disappointing in any way, we'll never let you forget it. You'll be permanently banned from ever suggesting anything for New Year's again. We'll spend it at our house every single year until you die. Johnny, where are you? It's almost time to leave. If we don't get going now, we won't make it to the inn before check-in, remember? You were supposed to pick up your parents and meet me at the station.
Oh yeah, about that. Turns out my parents decided they'd rather spend New Year's at our place after all, so cancel the trip, will ya? Thanks.
What? You can't be serious. I went through all the trouble of booking the exact luxury inn your parents demanded.
Yeah, well, they said they didn't like that old dump. Sure, you called it some fancy historical inn, but it's basically a rundown relic, isn't it? They refused to spend New Year's in a place like that.
What the hell are you saying?
I was kind of looking forward to it myself, but thanks to your terrible taste, the whole family trip is canceled. You're really useless, you know that?
No, I spent days planning everything.
Like we'd eat at some filthy old inn. We'd rather chill at home with some booze. Anyway, we're not going, so cancel it now. And while you're at it, pick up some snacks on your way home, huh?
You really want me to cancel? That inn is fully booked for New Year's. It was nearly impossible to get a reservation. Do you realize how hard I had to beg for those rooms?
Stop making me repeat myself. If your husband and his parents say we're not going, then we're not going. Now shut up and call them to cancel.
Fine, but then you're covering the cancellation fees, right?
Huh?
You heard me. Thanks to your parents' last-minute tantrum, we're stuck paying holiday rates cancellation fees for 4 people. It's over $2,000.
Like hell we are. You'll be covering that. Don't try your luck, you idiot.
What?
Oh yeah, almost forgot. Mom says from now on, New Year's will always be at our house. She says it's your punishment for dragging us into your pathetic attempt at a family trip. She called you a failure of a wife.
Johnny, please, think this over. It's a beautiful inn. We could still make it a wonderful trip together. It'd be such a waste to cancel now.
Shut the hell up. You'll do exactly as we say. And you'll cover every cent of the cancellation fee. We don't do family trips at crappy inns.
Is that really what you want to say, Johnny? Even though it's your grandmother's inn?
What?
That's right, the place I booked. It's the traditional inn run by your own grandmother, Sally. You know, the one we can never visit because she's always too busy during the holidays.
No way!
I thought maybe this year we could finally spend some time together. Sally always works through New Year's, never able to relax. If we stayed there, even just for a little while, she could finally have family around her, even while she works. It was supposed to be something special. A little family warmth during her busiest time. But now, you're telling me you want to cancel on your own grandmother? Sally was so happy when I told her. She said she couldn't wait to see us all together for once, that it would be the first time in years she'd get to spend New Year's Eve with her grandson and his wife. But now you want to just throw all that away? Don't worry, I'll go alone. I'll tell Sally that you and your parents just couldn't be bothered. I'm sure she'll understand. After all, she knows what kind of selfish, spineless family you turned into.
You're going by yourself?
Yes. I'd rather spend New Year's alone in that old dump than sit at home with your entitled family. I'm sick of it. I'll rent a car and head there myself.
Wait, Marley, we're coming too, okay? Just wait at the station. We'll be there. Just don't say anything weird to Grandma, all right? Don't stir up trouble. Promise me that.
Please, Molly, I'm begging you, don't say anything unnecessary to Mother. We're on our way now, I swear. Just tell her we overslept, okay? Cover for us.
Unnecessary? You mean like how you and your husband have been treating me like garbage behind her back? Oh, don't worry, Amanda. I've already told her everything.
What? Mother?
It's been a while, hasn't it, Amanda? What's it been now? 10 years? 10 years of never once showing your face at New Year's. 10 years of ignoring my calls and letters. And now, after all that, you crawl back only because you got caught?
No, that's not it at all, Mother. I wasn't ignoring you. You're always so busy with the inn, I didn't want to bother you. I thought it'd be rude to keep calling when you're working. I was just trying to be considerate, really.
Oh, what a considerate daughter-in-law you've become. Funny, because Molly's told me everything about how you've been lording over her, playing the perfect mother-in-law, demanding respect, while you yourself haven't set foot in my inn in over a decade.
That's not...
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't it usually customary to visit the husband's family for New Year's? At least that's what you kept telling Molly, isn't it? Yet you never followed that rule yourself, did you? You never once came to visit your husband's family. Me. But you have the gall to force my grandson's wife to do what you never had the decency to do.
Well, we were just, Johnny and I. We always said we preferred to spend New Year's quietly at home. And since Molly didn't seem to mind...
Don't play dumb with me. I told you, I already heard everything. Marley told me how you've been bullying her, gaslighting her, dragging her to your house every year while refusing to visit her family even once. Don't you dare hide behind her now. Let's cut the act. You and your pathetic family just never wanted to come to my inn, did you? You used my grandson's wife as your shield for your selfishness. How dare you? When did you become such an entitled brat of a daughter-in-law?
I'm sorry, Mother. We're all on our way right now, really. Let's all have a lovely family New Year at the inn, just like old times, okay? Please, let's calm down and...
You idiots think you can just show up now? I told the staff to bar you from entering the premises. You're not welcome here. Turn around and go back home where you belong.
What?
Marley will be spending a peaceful, relaxing New Year's here at the inn, without you. All the expenses for the 3 of you freeloaders, I'll be giving them to Marley as compensation for all the years of stress you've caused her. You think I'd let my grandson's wife suffer through another New Year surrounded by snakes like you? No thanks.
I'm sorry. We'll leave right away. We're so sorry, Mother.
And let me make something clear. Once the holiday rush is over, you'd better brace yourselves. I'll be making time to personally visit your house.
What?
Oh, yes. It's been a long time since I gave anyone a proper daughter-in-law correction. I'll make sure you never forget what it means to disrespect your family and your elders.
Marley, when the hell are you coming back? Wasn't the New Year's trip to the hot spring inn supposed to be like 2 or 3 days? It's been over a week now. How long do you plan on hiding out at Grandma's stupid inn?
Actually, I'm not at the inn anymore. I've already left. Right after that, I went straight to my parents' house.
What? Your parents' house?
Yeah. Since we couldn't even spend New Year's together this year, again, I figured I'd at least come home to greet my family properly, and well, to let them know about the divorce. It was a sudden announcement, but they took it well. They said they support me, and that they're proud of me for finally standing up for myself.
Divorce? Wait! What the hell are you saying all of a sudden?
I'm serious, Johnny. I mean it. I feel refreshed, like I found a new spark of life soaking in those hot springs. I realized how suffocating my life with you has been, and now I'm determined. I'm going to divorce you and take back my freedom.
Whoa, hold on! You're overreacting! You're just throwing a tantrum because of the same old New Year's argument, right? I'll make it up to you! Next year we'll spend New Year's at your family's house, okay? So just calm down, alright?
I am calm, Johnny. That's the problem. I'm so calm that I can finally see everything clearly now. And honestly, I don't believe a single word that comes out of your mouth anymore. I can't trust you. If I'm doubting my own husband like this, isn't that proof that this marriage is already over?
No! Come on, that's not true!
But Sally said it too. She told me straight. She said I should dump you, that a fool like you isn't worth clinging to. She looked me in the eye and said I don't look happy anymore. That's when I realized she was right. I've been lying to myself for too long.
Oh, don't take everything she says at face value. She's always been strict and upright, old-fashioned, never gets along with the rest of the family. She's just an old hag who bullies everyone about manners and discipline. Don't let her words push you into divorce.
I think she's wonderful, actually. Even at her age, she runs that whole inn without a break, working harder than anyone I've ever seen. I only met her at our wedding, but honestly, I'd rather have a stern, disciplined mother-in-law like her than the fake passive-aggressive in-laws I got stuck with.
Come on, Marley, please. Let's just forget the divorce talk, okay? I'll change. I swear I'll be on your side from now on. You don't want to end up a divorced woman at your age, do you? No one's gonna want you after that, you know? And didn't you say your parents want to see their grandkids soon? You can't just throw that away, right?
Don't make me laugh, you stupid grandson.
What the... Grandma!
Exactly. It's me, your Grandma Sally, the so-called old hag. Looks like my son and his idiot wife weren't enough. Our whole family's a disgrace. Honestly, Marley should have dumped your sorry ass years ago.
How are you even here? You're at Marley's house, aren't you?
I came here personally, idiot. As the representative of our sorry excuse for a family, I owed her parents an apology for everything we've put their daughter through all these years.
Apology? Come on, it's not like we did anything that bad. We just asked her to spend New Year's with us, that's all. You don't have to go that far, Grandma.
Shut up, you moron! Before she's your wife, Marley is their daughter. You dragged her away from her parents every year, made her miss every holiday, and you have the nerve to say it wasn't that bad? What kind of trash did your parents raise to make you this clueless? If your wife wants a divorce, you give her one. If you did something to make her despise you, it's your fault. Stop whining like a pathetic little boy. And when you divorce, you hand over your share of the assets, properly, without any tricks. Plus, you'll pay her compensation for all the emotional abuse and gaslighting you've put her through.
Compensation?
That's right. A real man would pay up without whining. And once the divorce is final, you'll also pay me back every penny I spent on your wedding. Don't forget that, you useless brat.
Wait, what? You want me to pay back the whole wedding cost, too?
Have you forgotten our deal? I told you, if you promised me as a man that you'd make Marley happy for the rest of her life, I'd pay the entire wedding cost out of my pocket. I handed you $50,000 in cash. Even at my age, I remember it clearly. And you can't even keep that promise.
I remember, but that's impossible now. If we divide the savings in the divorce, I'll barely have anything left. And if I also pay the compensation you want, plus $50,000 on top of that, I might end up in debt.
Good. That sounds about right for scum like you.
What?
Now, get the divorce papers ready today. From this point on, the only answer I'll accept from you is yes, ma'am.
Thanks for sending the signed divorce papers. They arrived this morning. I just filed them at the courthouse. And guess what? They were accepted without any issues. We're officially done now. Thank you for everything up until now, Johnny.
Marley, please, just hear me out. I've been thinking. I really, truly regret everything I did. I know I was wrong. That's why. Would you consider giving me another chance? We could start over. I don't care if we have to start from scratch, dating, whatever it takes. I just want to be with you again, Marley. I'll do anything.
Don't be ridiculous. Do you seriously think I'd ever want to start over with a garbage man like you?
Garbage man?
Yeah, garbage, trash, filth. I guess Sally really rubbed off on me, huh? I couldn't help but admire how she carries herself with pride and authority. She made me realize I deserve better, way better. And honestly, I'm kind of enjoying it.
I'm serious, Marley. I mean it. I was just, I don't know, caught up in this old-fashioned idea of wanting to be a man of the house, you know? I thought that's how I was supposed to act. I see now how stupid I was. I promise both me and my parents will never do anything that selfish again. Please!
You really don't get it, do you? You're begging your ex-wife to take you back. That alone makes you a pathetic man. You seriously don't see how disgusting that is? So let me make this crystal clear. Never contact me again. Ever. From this moment forward, we are strangers. Goodbye, Johnny. After that day, I never heard from my ex-husband again. There were no calls, no emails, no letters. It was as if he had simply vanished from my life, leaving nothing behind but a hollow, empty space where once there had been a person I had shared my life with. And honestly, I didn't feel sadness over that silence. In fact, the absence of his voice, his excuses, his manipulative words, it all felt like a relief. The toxicity that had once permeated every corner of my daily life was now finally gone, like the last remnants of smoke clearing from a long burning fire. Sometime later, I noticed that the promised division of property and a small amount labeled as compensation money had quietly been deposited into my account. There was no accompanying message, no attempt to make amends beyond that. The transaction had the cold, clinical feel of a business settlement rather than a gesture of a human apology. And maybe that was fitting. Our marriage had long since stopped feeling like a partnership built on love or respect. In the end, it had become nothing more than an arrangement of obligations, debts, and grudges. I learned more of what had unfolded afterward through mutual acquaintances and a few whispers that drifted through the small, tightly knit social circles we used to orbit. Apparently, Sally, Amanda's mother-in-law, had reached her breaking point with her grandson Johnny and her daughter-in-law Amanda. There had been a confrontation, dramatic enough to make even those outside the family take notice. Sally had called over Johnny and Amanda. Once she had them gathered at the main family residence, the same traditional inn that had been in her family for generations, she told them in no uncertain terms that she was done. She stared them down with an icy glare that no one dared challenge and declared, without a shred of hesitation, "If you find me so unbearable, if you really can't stand the sight of me, then you never have to see me again. But don't you dare think for a second that you'll ever receive a penny of my inheritance." Her words, sharp and cold as steel, cut through the air like a knife, and just like that, she severed all remaining ties with them. It turned out that Sally's true financial standing had been far more impressive than anyone outside the family had realized. She wasn't just running the old family inn that everyone thought was her only source of income. Behind the scenes, she had also been investing in real estate for years, quietly building an impressive portfolio. The value of her assets reportedly reached into the millions of dollars, a staggering figure that sent shockwaves through the family. When Johnny and Amanda found out the extent of Sally's wealth, they panicked. Greed and desperation overtook their pride, and they made frantic attempts to mend fences. They started visiting her unannounced, bringing expensive gifts and forcing smiles that couldn't quite hide the fear in their eyes. They volunteered to help with the inn's daily operations, scrubbing floors and greeting guests with fake politeness, hoping to prove their worth. They even encouraged Kylie to act sweet and endearing around her grandmother, thinking that using their daughter as a pawn might soften Sally's resolve. But Sally, having seen through their facade, didn't waver. She had endured enough betrayal, disrespect, and manipulation from her son and daughter-in-law. In the end, she made the decision she should have made years ago. She handed them an official notice of disownment. It was delivered with the same ruthless efficiency that she had built her business empire with. The document stated clearly and legally that Johnny, Amanda, and by extension, Kaya, were no longer recognized as part of her family. From that moment forward, they were to have no expectation of support, inheritance, or association. The notice came not only as a symbolic gesture, but also with legal weight, ensuring that they would be cut off in every sense. There would be no loopholes, no second chances. She had made up her mind. Johnny and Amanda were devastated. They had gambled everything on the hope that they could leech off Sally's fortune for the rest of their lives, living in comfort without lifting a finger. Now they found themselves not only disowned, but also publicly humiliated. Word of the family fallout spread like wildfire among their peers and business contacts. Their social standing plummeted overnight. Friends distanced themselves, unwilling to be associated with the disgraced couple. Johnny's already fragile business ventures collapsed under the weight of gossip and scandal. Amanda, who had once prided herself on her lavish lifestyle and expensive social circles, now found herself the subject of ridicule and pity. Their fall from grace was swift and brutal. Meanwhile, Sally thrived. Freed from the burden of her parasitic family, she focused entirely on her businesses and her loyal employees, whom she treated more like family than her own blood ever deserved. She began mentoring young entrepreneurs in the community, offering guidance and support, and became something of a respected matriarchal figure in the area. Her inn flourished, gaining national attention for its impeccable service and traditional charm, while her real estate ventures continued to generate substantial income. As for me, hearing these developments brought me a quiet, bittersweet satisfaction, not because I delighted in other people's misery, but because I had always feared that people like Johnny and Amanda would continue to hurt those around them unchecked. Knowing that they had finally been held accountable, and by someone as formidable as Sally, gave me a sense of closure. Even more importantly, I felt a profound sense of peace for myself. The chains that once bound me to that toxic family had been broken not just emotionally, but legally and financially as well. I was finally truly free. There were no lingering threads, no debts, no manipulations. The past was the past. I looked at my bank account, saw the last of the payments, and closed the chapter on that part of my life with no regrets. Now, as I live my days surrounded by people who love and respect me for who I am, not for what I can provide, I find myself able to breathe deeply again. I can smile genuinely, laugh without fear, and look forward to the future without the shadow of the past creeping behind me. And I have no desire to ever cross paths with Johnny or Amanda. As for Sally, I heard she took a solo trip to Europe to celebrate her newfound independence. When I saw a photo of her standing proudly in front of the Eiffel Tower, smiling radiantly, I realized that sometimes, even those who seem like villains in one story can become heroes in their own. And in that, there was a kind of poetic justice.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.